Finding a new apartment. Sam is a young professional who has been living in a small apartment for several years. Although his old apartment was comfortable and affordable, it had become too cramped and dark for his needs. One day, Sam decided that it was time for a change. He wanted to find a new apartment that was brighter, more spacious, and located in a friendly neighborhood close to his work. That morning, after a quiet breakfast, Sam sat at his computer and began to search for a new place online. He visited several websites where many apartments were listed with clear photographs and simple descriptions. Some of the apartments were in modern buildings, while others were in older, more traditional houses. As he read through the listings, Sam made a list of the features that were most important to him. A good amount of natural light, a balcony or small garden, and easy access to public transportation. After looking through many listings, one particular advertisement caught his eye. The apartment was in a peaceful neighborhood, and the listing mentioned that the living room was very bright with large windows. There was also a small balcony where one could enjoy the fresh air, and the kitchen was recently renovated. The price was reasonable, and the location was close to a small park and a local grocery store. Feeling excited, Sam decided to contact the landlord, Mr. Roberts, to arrange a visit. The next day, Sam met Mr. Roberts in front of the building. Mr. Roberts was a friendly man in his 50s who greeted Sam with a warm smile and a firm handshake. "Welcome," Mr. Roberts said. "I am happy to show you the apartment." As they walked up the steps of the old building, Sam noticed that the entrance was decorated with potted plants and a small bench. Inside, the building was quiet and clean. Mr. Roberts explained that although the building was constructed many years ago, it was well maintained and had a strong community of neighbors. When they reached the apartment, Sam was immediately impressed by the amount of natural light that filled the space. The living room had two very large windows that allowed sunlight to pour in. The walls were painted in a soft, warm yellow, and there was a small balcony with a view of a tree-lined street. The kitchen was compact but modern, with new appliances and plenty of storage space. The bathroom was neat and tidy, and even though the apartment was not very large, every room felt cozy and welcoming. Sam took his time exploring the apartment. He imagined where he would place his sofa and his small dining table, and he pictured himself enjoying a cup of coffee on the balcony in the morning. Mr. Roberts answered all of Sam's questions patiently. He explained that the rent was very reasonable for the area, and he told Sam about the building rules, such as quiet hours in the evening and a no smoking policy in the common areas. Sam appreciated Mr. Roberts' honesty and friendliness, and he left the apartment feeling very positive about the place. Even though Sam liked the apartment, he wanted to be sure he was making the best decision. Over the next week, he arranged visits to two more apartments in different parts of the city. The second apartment was in a modern high-rise in the city center. When Sam arrived, he was struck by the impressive view from the 10th floor, where the apartment was located. The living room had floor-to-ceiling windows that overlooked busy streets filled with people and cars. Although the view was beautiful, Sam found that the constant noise from traffic and the hustle and bustle of the city made him feel uneasy. The apartment was very modern, but it lacked the warmth and calm that I was looking for. The third apartment was in a small, renovated building near a popular park. This apartment had many charming features, such as old wooden floors and high ceilings. The apartment's character was appealing, but there were also some problems. The walls had small cracks that needed repair, and the neighborhood was a bit too lively at times. Children played loudly in the park, and neighbors often hosted small gatherings in the evenings. While the apartment had a lot of personality, Sam was not sure that he wanted to live in an area that was so noisy. After visiting all three apartments, Sam spent several evenings thinking about his options. He made a list of the advantages and disadvantages of each apartment. The first apartment with Mr. Roberts was bright, welcoming, and located in a peaceful neighborhood, although it was a little smaller than he had hoped. The second apartment in the high-rise had a stunning view and modern facilities, but it was too noisy and impersonal for his taste. The third apartment was charming and full of character, yet its repairs and noisy surroundings made it less appealing. Wanting some advice, Sam talked with his friend Maria, who had recently moved into a new home. Maria listened carefully as Sam explained his thoughts and concerns. Sometimes, Maria said, you must choose the apartment that feels right, even if it is not perfect in every way. A home is where you feel comfortable and relaxed. Maria reminded Sam that it was important to think about what would make him happy on a daily basis. After their conversation, Sam realized that he valued a quiet, friendly neighborhood and a warm atmosphere more than the extra space or a fancy view. With this in mind, Sam decided to return to the first apartment he had visited. He called Mr. Roberts and asked if he could see the apartment again. Mr. Roberts was happy to welcome him back. This time, Sam looked at the apartment with fresh eyes. He spent more time on the balcony, noticing how the light changed during different times of the day, and he imagined hosting small dinners for his friends. He even paid attention to the details, like the sound of the old wooden floor when he walked and the way the sun shone on the yellow walls. During the second visit, Mr. Roberts explained more about the building and the neighborhood. He told Sam that many families and young professionals lived in the building, and that neighbors often helped each other with small tasks. He also mentioned that there was a community center nearby where residents could take part in social activities and events. Hearing about these small details made Sam feel even more confident about his choice. After considering all the options, Sam was convinced that the first apartment was the best choice for him. It was exactly what he had been looking for: a bright, cozy, and quiet place that felt like home. Even though it was a little small, Sam was sure that with some careful planning and a few new pieces of furniture, he could make the apartment work perfectly for his needs. The next step was to apply for the apartment. Sam filled out the application form carefully, making sure that all his information was correct. He submitted the form to Mr. Roberts and waited for a response. A few days later, Mr. Roberts called Sam to say that his application had been approved. Sam was overjoyed and thanked Mr. Roberts warmly. Mr. Roberts said, "I am happy that you have chosen this apartment. I know you will take good care of it and enjoy living here." Before moving in, Sam spent time planning his move. He thought about what furniture to bring from his old apartment and which new items he might need. He visited several small furniture stores and found some simple, stylish pieces that would fit perfectly in his new home. Sam also invited a few friends to help him pack his belongings. Although moving was hard work, Sam felt excited because he knew that he was starting a new chapter in his life. On moving day, Sam woke up early and began packing boxes. He carefully labeled each box with the room it would go to, so he would know where to place everything in his new apartment. His friends arrived, and together they loaded the boxes into a small truck. The journey to the new building was short, and as soon as Sam saw his new home, he felt a warm sense of relief and happiness. Inside the new apartment, Sam worked slowly but steadily. He placed the boxes in the appropriate rooms and began arranging his furniture. He put his favorite armchair near the large window, where the natural light could brighten his afternoons. In the small kitchen, he set up his table and arranged his cooking utensils. Even though there were many boxes to unpack, Sam enjoyed every moment of this process because each item reminded him of a memory from his old home. That evening, after a long day of moving, Sam invited his friends over for a small housewarming party. His friends brought simple dishes and drinks, and everyone helped to decorate the new apartment. They laughed, talked, and admired the way the place was coming together. Sam thanked each friend for their help and support. The party made him feel even more at home and confirmed his decision that he had made the right choice. Later that night, as the party ended and his friends left, Sam sat quietly in his favorite armchair. He looked around the apartment and thought about his journey over the past few weeks. He remembered the excitement of searching for a new place, the challenge of comparing different apartments, and the careful consideration he had given to every detail. Sam realized that finding a new apartment was not just about looking for a place to live. It was also about learning what was important to him and understanding how a home can affect one's life. In the following days, Sam continued to settle into his new apartment. He slowly decorated the space with personal touches. A few pictures on the wall, a small vase of fresh flowers on the table, and a cozy blanket on his sofa. He explored his new neighborhood and met many of his neighbors who welcomed him with warm smiles and friendly greetings. He found a small cafe near his building where he could enjoy a cup of coffee and a good book every morning. Sam's journey to find a new apartment taught him many lessons about patience, careful planning, and the importance of community. He learned that sometimes the perfect home is not the biggest or the most modern one, but the one that makes you feel comfortable and safe. With his new apartment, Sam began a new chapter full of hope and promise, knowing that every day would bring new opportunities and experiences. And so, as Sam sat at his small kitchen table one sunny morning, sipping his coffee and looking out at the quiet street, he smiled to himself. He felt proud of his decision and confident in the future. His new apartment was more than just a place to live. It was a home where he could grow, learn, and enjoy the simple pleasures of life.